Okay. Thank you, Lord. All right. One thing that I would say when it comes to checking whether a home is a group home or not is this, all right? Get to know the residents in there, all right? If you only see if you only see old people or mentally ill, mentally disabled people, I don't care how normal they may seem. If you see a disability, a physical disability, a deformity on this person, slurred speech, like this person could be young but with a disability. Or this person can say, like, I don't care if this person says, like, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not saying that miracles don't exist, okay? God performed a miracle on my arm, alright? But everybody doesn't believe that. So people like to say, like, oh, you're delusional if you think that God can perform a miracle on your arm. But here's the thing about faith in a miracle. In order to have faith in a miracle, like this is what God taught me when it comes to believing in a miracle on a deformity or on a disability, etc. When you want a miracle on a disability, God is going to say this, it's yours, it's done. So in order to have faith and in order for like, let's say for example, my arm to work like this arm, or in order for, or let's say for example you lost a finger, in order for your finger to grow back or something like that, you gotta be delusional. You gotta be delusional. That's how faith works, because when you say it's gonna come, like it's gonna be mine, it never comes. That's one thing I gotta tell myself. It's like it never comes when you say, when it never comes when you ask for a miracle, when you say it's gonna come. How do I say this? It never comes when you say it's gonna come. It always comes when you say it's mine. Does it make sense? Like the miracle never comes when you say it's gonna come. It only comes when you say it is mine. So, in order to have true faith, you gotta be delusional. Like, this is, like, you gotta be delusional. Like, that's how it works. Like, sometimes, like, how do I say this? Well, no, never mind. It's like, I was about to add something else, but never mind. But yeah. But back to what I'm saying. But back to what I'm saying. If this person like had a disability and was delivered, keep in mind not everybody believes in that, and this person still has to take medicine, has to still be treated like this person is disabled, etc., etc., etc. And this person still has to live in the household and all that stuff, regardless of what this person says. Like, to the point where it's like nothing this person says matters. as long as they live in that household, you're dealing with a group home. You're living in a group home. Like, where you're at is at a group home. And you need to get out. Don't sign the lease. Stay out. So one thing I can say is when it comes to knowing whether the group home, whether a place is a group home, it's like get to know the neighbors, get to know if the house is decorated. Like, is the inside of the house more decorated than not? Like, how much of the house can you decorate as if it was your own? If you could decorate more of the house than not, then that's a good thing. If you can only decorate your room, then that's a group home. So yeah. Are you allowed to buy whatever you want online into this house? Like, in my experience, I like to buy things from the internet. Like, I like to buy like alternative things. So whenever I buy things that have spikes in it, like a choker necklace, I couldn't, because legally Amazon has the right to not send that choker necklace to here, because they know it's a group home and they know that the group home doesn't allow choker necklaces, doesn't allow spikes, metal spikes over here. So yeah. So that goes for like every other online store. They don't allow any, like, it don't matter how soft the spikes are. They don't do any kind of like, they don't allow any kind of spikes over here. I even offered I even suggested that one of the group home staff members buy like some spokes so we can have access to forks without having to ask for permission to get the sharp metal forks when we run out of plastic forks. But they were like, nah, that still counts as sharp metal. So we were like, ah, man. So yeah. So here's the thing. You gotta think about this, alright? So it's like, one, can you buy what you want? Can you walk around the house naked? Like without worrying about being considerate for some roommates. How do I say this? Uh, because I know a lot of y'all don't want to live with people. How do I say this? sounds a little weird when I say it like that, but I'm just saying. Um, can you can you sign off the lease? Like, can you move out whenever you feel like it? Do you have the right to complain and file a lawsuit when things go unfair for you? Like when staff, when, how do I say this? When, when the landlord starts acting very unfair towards you? Do you have any privacy where you don't have to be supervised every 2 seconds? Uh, do do you have to do do you have the freedom to like not worry about your things being confiscated and being put in some kind of counter and being locked up in some kind of counter because of sharp objects and stuff? Uh, how do I say this? How do I say this? Uh, how I say this? Um, do you have the right to stay at home whenever you feel like it? Do you have the right to stay at home whenever you feel like it? Like you gotta ask these people these questions, and you also gotta remember this, okay? These people, it's illegal, but they do this all the time when it comes to contracts and stuff. These people can lie to you and tell the truth at the same time. So it's like you think they're telling the truth, but at the same time they're lying to you to the point where it's like you to the point like when you sign the contract and then when they're doing the opposite of what you think that they should be doing, they're gonna be like, hey, I did say I would do this. I did say I would do that. I did say this and that. So, you get what I'm saying? People can lie and tell the truth at the same time. Like, turn a lie into a double meaning and turn like the truth and the lie into turn the lie into a truth at the same time, turn the truth to lie. Like, a lie can have a double meaning, a truth can have a double meaning. People do this all the time. So be very careful. Read the contract carefully. Or do it like this, alright? If something has like a double meaning and you know it could really mean something else, listen, if you know a lease could really mean something else, has a double meaning or really could mean something else, just drop it, run. Okay, look it up online before you go over there. Okay, always look it up online before you go to any apartment, any home, etc. And if you don't know much about it, if you don't know enough about it, then if you don't know much or enough about it, then don't go. If you ain't got nowhere to go but a group home, but you want to avoid going to a group home, stay at your mama's house. Stay at your mama's house. Figure out, like, train yourself to become independent. Do research. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you want in life. Figure out how you want to live. Do heavy research. Know your home buyer vocabulary. Look up how to do laundry through the internet. Look up some life skills. If you can't afford college, then try to find some kind of job that doesn't require any experience or degree. Find a job. How do I say this? Find a volunteer. Like, it may not pay you, but it might give you some experience. How do I say this? Alright, if you cannot afford therapy, get some from YouTube. Alright, YouTube will provide the best therapy ever. Okay, like, use Bible verses. Use Bible verses. Okay. Ask God to give you dreams, symbolic dreams. And then look up what they mean. What else? Like, take care of yourself mentally. Take care of yourself mentally. Learn new skills. Okay. Learn new skills. Work on yourself. Do whatever you can to make yourself independent. Alright? Like, figure out what life you want to live. If you want to move out the country, figure out how to do that. Figure out how they pay money. Figure out if they accept American currency or not. Figure out how you can turn your money into their money. Figure out how to count their money, because that is really important. Like, hey, because they can scam you if you don't know how to count their money. Okay, these people will make your stuff more. They will make you pay more than they actual people. Okay, they do that a lot. Alright. So one thing I say is, so do whatever you can to make yourself independent. Like, train yourself. Just get yourself, how do I say this? Stay at your mama's house, train yourself to be as independent as possible, and stay away from apartments or houses that train you to become independent. Those are all group homes. And those will all just strip you from your freedom. Like, those are all facilities that will just keep you there permanently. They will never help you become independent. Alright? You will never get out of there. So, all I'm gonna say is, because once you get into a safe that helps you become independent, you are gonna, like, that trains you to become independent, you are gonna be forever training. You're gonna be training for the rest of your life. So yeah, God bless.